in the Supreme Court judgment delivered today. One of it out of the 6 is that of Kaduna State. Senator Uba Sani of the APC has now been affirmed, his election affirmed by the Apex Court. Of course, we've seen reaction trailing that on the ground in Kaduna State, supporters and jubilant members of the APC alike have thrown to the street of Kaduna to show their, express their joy and the way they feel about the outcome of the Supreme Court judgment. Right, and let's speak with the man who today the Supreme Court ruled in his favor, Senator Uba Sani, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, who joins us live from Kaduna, the capital of the state. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, and congratulations on your victory at the Supreme Court today.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
How does this feel, though? After all said and done, 3 layers of court battle and a campaign, an election, the Supreme Court has said you are the rightful winner or the winner of that election. How does it feel?
My brother, I think I feel free for people of Kaduna State who came out and elected me freely. Of course, today the Supreme Court unanimously put by the good people of Kaduna State. And of course, I want to use this opportunity to thank my own brother and friend, Honorable Ashiru, at least for embracing legal process and ventilating his own, ventilating his own anger by going to the Supreme Court at this critical time. But of course, if you remember, he was at the tribunal. After the tribunal, he also went to the Court of Appeal. After Court of Appeal, now the Supreme Court. For me, what he did was actually commendable because, of course, that is the way of democracy. If you are not satisfied, you should approach judiciary. And of course, that's what he did. And I want other well-meaning Nigerians to emulate him by certainly always going to tribunal or going to the judiciary to always make their own case. But today, it is clear. Supreme Court unanimously affirmed my election. And of course, the judgment was extremely sound. If we follow the judgment today. So for me, it's okay. I'm not like other politicians who probably will be angry because an opponent took me to court. I personally am product of democracy activism in Nigeria, and I believe in the rule of law and judiciary. So that is a normal thing to do. But now that the election has been affirmed by the Supreme Court, I would like to call on this Ashiru to join hand with me to move Kaduna State forward, because I believe every stakeholder in Kaduna State and citizens of Kaduna State who have something to offer will certainly be invited by the government to work with us. Personal glory is about Kaduna State, and that is why I want to invite them, him and any other citizen of Kaduna State who have something to offer, to come and let's work together. That is the spirit of democracy.
Well, I mean, if you're saying this on national television, have you been able to personally reach out to Mr. Ashiru, maybe via telephone or any other means, to ask for what you're asking right now from him?
I am the one who actually won this victory today at the level of Supreme Court, and I made the call openly even before this interview. And of course, not only him, every citizen of Kaduna State that have something to offer certainly will be invited. Of course, as you are aware, since May 29, when I was sworn in, we have been running people-centered government, inclusive government, as well as pro-development administration in Kaduna State, where we try as much as possible to carry every stakeholder along, irrespective of party or religious affiliation. That's what we've been doing, and that has really helped the government in bringing everyone together. We are working closely, irrespective of any party differences. So that's what we are doing. So this actually would be also a positive addition to what we've been doing since May 29th last year.
Well, I mean, like I asked your colleague, Governor from Nasarawa, said, what lesson do you think this process has taught you?
And of course, you see, for me, I have not lost a single sleep since the beginning of this process. But probably because I was a member of National Assembly that actually participated in drafting this electoral act 2022. So it's very clear. You cannot approach tribunal with only 4 witnesses. PDP, if you look at it critically, when they went to court, at the level of tribunal, they went with only 4 witnesses. I stand to be corrected. You can go and check. And of course, the electoral act is clear. If you want to contest any election, you have to understand that any witness that approaches tribunal that is not an agent or someone that voted at a particular polling unit, if he appears before tribunal, is hearsay, because you cannot really be a witness in an election that you do not participate at a particular point or time. So I think that was number one, because if they really have any case, they would have been able to produce witnesses from a particular polling unit that they were claiming there was some level of infraction there. But unfortunately, because they don't have anything to prove, that was number one. Number two, if you are familiar with the Electoral Act, you can check clearly that's paragraph 18(1) and 3 of the first schedule of the Electoral Act 2022 that's talking about pre-hearing notice. You don't have to be a lawyer to know Electoral Act 2022, probably because I was involved in drafting the act as a member of National Assembly in the Land Senate. That was why it was clear to me that this Electoral Act is time-bound. If you don't file within a time, you will be abandoning your own case. That's what happened at the level of their own petition. That's number two. So based on merit and also on abandoning their case because of pre-hearing notice, they have lost everything. So for me, as someone who is familiar, that was the reason why I was not surprised, really, when the Court of Appeal unanimously gave me the judgment and affirmed the ruling of the tribunal.
Well, Governor Sani, there are those who will say the case of the PDP in your matter were thrashed out based on technicalities. And those who will say the real meat of the matter is the fact that the election was fraught with a lot of irregularities, which the PDP is saying that your election, you were not rightfully elected by the people of Kaduna State, but that the court did not agree with the PDP based on technicalities.
Can I correct you before you also misinform the general public? Maybe I made 2 points, you didn't listen to the other one. Number one, technicality. Number two, on the merit, because there are a lot of authorities, both at the level of Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal. If you followed all the rulings at this very both tribunal, Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court, if you just have to go and check, maybe because sometimes we need to be very careful in informing the general public who are vulnerable. What I said clearly is that they approached the tribunal with only 4 witnesses. Unfortunately, those witnesses they came did not even participate in those polling units. They were contesting. So as far as the Electoral Act is concerned, it's hearsay. They are on submission. That is the Electoral Act. So it's on the merit. Because if you say there's the rigging or there's anything, and rigging maybe takes place in a Beningwari local government, and you bring a witness from your local government, what is he doing there? Really and truly, you should bring a witness that voted at that particular polling unit. That's what the Electoral Act says. It's simple, black and white. It's very clear. So for me, you don't have to be allowed to know this. And some of us that drafted this, that participated in this Electoral Act 2022, we tried to educate a lot of people that were not in the National Assembly, but many people did not listen to us. So that is the issue. If you said, if your contested election is shown with someone, and you said someone rigged at a particular polling unit, you approach tribunal, and you could not bring a single witness from that polling unit, not even the agent that stood for you, and you decided to bring someone from a different local government to be a witness, how will that be an issue? That means it's hearsay. That is what the Electoral Act is clear about, 2022. As of today, that is on the merit, not technicality. So today's judgment, just like the Court of Appeal judgment, the ruling is both on their appeal and our counter appeal. You have to understand the judgment. It's two rulings. I hope you're clear about this.
Yeah, because at the Court of Appeal, the lead witness that the PDP brought to bear, at that and the reading of the judgment, the court has said that there were no substantial evidence to back the forgery allegations against your party, and that the allegations of deduction of votes, stuffing of ballots, and mutilation of sensitive electoral materials made by the said witness were also not proven. So, yes, they brought a witness, but that is the position of the Court of Appeal. What I am putting to you, Your Excellency, is that...
Let me help you again. Before you again misinform people again, my brother Ashiru, what they said, go back and read the judgment, that that witness, what he said at the level of tribunal was hearsay because he was not either an agent or someone that participated in that election at that particular polling unit. So it's clear. Can we now declare? Because look, for me, like I said earlier, I was really happy when he approached the tribunal, Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. Look, I contested election in the past. I lost some and I won some. So I'm not like other politicians who would be worried because someone took me to court. It's clear. What did he do? He is trying to assist our democratic process. If you want to develop a democratic process, you have to go and test relevant sections of our laws in the competent court of law. So what he did is right. That is the most important. But the truth of the matter is, the court have now affirmed my election, both the tribunal, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. That is a fact as of today. Any other thing is hearsay and speculation. And I'm not going to be someone who will be sitting here talking about speculation. That is the fact of it.
Governor Sani, in all of this, there must be a very big lesson, especially someone who has sworn to serve the interests of the people of your state. Give us an understanding of the kind of commitment that this has brought out of you going forward. Now, the litigations are over. Going forward is governance, and 100% governance that will confront you. Do you have a renewed commitment to the people of Kaduna State after today's judgment?
Because I was committed from 29 May, like I said. Because as I'm concerned, I took an oath on 29 May 2023. I was never distracted for a second. Not for a second, like I told you. And look at what we've been doing in Kaduna. Those who look at our rural transformation drive will agree with me that the people of Kaduna State are really happy. Look at the way we have been able to bring everyone together. What the people of Southern Kaduna and those people of Northern Kaduna, everyone is working together. We are bringing unity. People are working together as one family. We have made it clear from day one. Politics from 29 May was over. It's about governance. It's about the people of Kaduna State. And I made it clear to everyone when I came in. I brought the religious leaders together. All of them are happy today. Everyone is happy. We are taking development to every part of Kaduna State. When you check, as a journalist, you need to check and listen to what people are saying. Today, we are working as one family. That is the most important thing. For me, that is the key about governance. Governance is about bringing the people together, ensuring that everyone is given equitable treatment. You must be fair to everyone. And that's what's happening in Kaduna as we're speaking. And everyone is contributing as we're speaking. So we don't have any problem. We are focusing on our 7-point agenda, which for me, we are really, really doing very well from the May 29, 2023. Security of our people and their own properties is what is more important than anything. We are looking at the human capital development. We have scaled up our effort to ensure that we attack the problem of out-of-school children. We are really working very hard, looking at our educational development, healthcare development. That's another thing that is very key to us. For the first time, we have budgeted a lot of money to support our farmers because we believe we need to increase the level of productivity, create jobs. We need to reduce the level of poverty. That's why we're also looking at the small and medium enterprise. We are working with everyone in Kaduna State. So that's what is key. And that started on May 29, 2020, like I told you.
Governor Sani, you will look, once we saw your meeting, the stakeholders meeting that you have with traditional rulers, with different interest groups in the area of security, and those who have applauded that decision, and you will see that when, after May 29, there seems to be some kind of relief around the northwest region. But in November and December, there was a spike in most parts of the country on violent activities and criminal activities in the country. In parts of Giwa local government area, about 24 or 48 hours ago, there were some bandit activities on the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway. Kidnappers are said to have returned. Does this give you some kind of worry or perhaps a need to rejig the strategy?
Shaun, I can't, maybe you are not so clear. Can you repeat the question? Because,
no, I was making reference to the effort you made, the multi-stakeholder effort that you...
very stable.
Can you hear me now?
The question about the security.
Yeah, I was asking a question about insecurity issues and what happened in Giwa local government area and the issues of kidnapping. Do you think there needs to be a rejigging of the strategy?
Yeah, I want to inform you here that only a few days ago, I announced at the level of a post-security meeting, which we had with the security agencies in Kaduna State, with the traditional rulers, as well as local government chairmen of the frontline local governments that have this problem with security. And I made it clear at that meeting that I'm working closely with the defense headquarters under the able leadership of our brother, General Christopher Musa. As we are speaking, they are going to now establish 2 more forward operating bases of the military in Kaduna. One will take care of Binawari Giwa Aziz, and the other one will take care of Zangwan Katakaura down to Chukwu local government. So we are working closely to ensure that we improve the boots on ground, have more military bases in Kaduna. So I am happy that the defense headquarters is working with me closely, and in the next 2 weeks or so, because I've already given them the space and the building where they will occupy. So in the next few weeks, we'll have 2 major forward operating bases of the military in Kaduna State. That will help us. That's number 1. Number 2, as you are aware, we do have regular post-security meetings in Kaduna where we bring the security agencies as well as treasury rulers, local government chairmen. So we're reviewing this.
Oh dear, it seems to have lost connection with
situation, particularly when it fought for. We work closely. And I was talking about our post-security council meeting.
Oh dear. Network so terrible at this moment, but we've been speaking with the executive governor of Kaduna State, Governor Uba Sani, on his victory, and looking forward to after that election. Governor, we lost you for a moment, but I must sincerely thank you for your effort tonight and speaking to us on this program. Congratulations again, Governor Sani, for your for the victory, and thank you so much for making time to speak with us on the program.
Thank you, my brother Shaun. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Bell.
I appreciate it. Well, that was our program tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Shaun Akimale. Bye-bye.